Hi friends, and welcome to episode 16 of the Feralisk Tribe. I'm Icon, and today we will have to fight off Centipede's auntie, if I'm remembering it correctly. So these guys got a lot of guns, and our jungle is very empty, and we are only a few people. This is a pretty tough fight we have here, because I lack my usual go-to tools for situations like these. So these guys are waiting out the situation. So yeah, that's a really rough situation. I'm not sure. The thing is, I don't want to be outside there when they decided to attack my base. So usually I would prefer to just mortar them to force them into some action, or equip a squad with assault rifles and such. But neither of those methods are available, so I'm just discovering this corner here, though. Thing is, these guys are cut off from their friends, and if I'm lucky, the AI will take this pathing towards their friends once they want to help. So there's a decent chance that we can aggravate these guys without risking to be pincered here between these guys. I definitely want people on the shotguns already active, or do I need to? Yeah, they got melee people, so if there's somebody a melee fighter, it's always worth to put up a shotgunner, my opinion at least. Alright, we're taking down these guys quite quickly, and well, Yuri ain't well covered. But the rest of us, we're all in really good cover here, so this fight is definitely already won, basically. So let's put our other guys carefully in front of that. So Yuri took a shot. Okay, Duck should definitely swing over to that. He doesn't need the short-range weapon anymore. Too many thoughts colliding. So we got only a pump shotgun here, but we got a hand cannon here. But I'm out of cover spots. So this is a standoff situation where we are definitely in the advantage, because first off we got the numbers advantage, and the other fact is we are behind better cover. Walls are stronger than chunks, so I think, yeah, we only got one wound on Yuri. That was a really good outcome. I figured that the situation here would be really good, and we were done that quickly. So these guys got an incendiary launcher. Well, let's send our folks back. I'll keep an eye out on that, but possibly we can bandage Yuri. Everybody can grab a bite of food or something like that. We don't need to rush that. Now this is a very controllable situation. The most dangerous thing on the enemy squad seems to be the flintlock. Seriously, take these things seriously. Well, they are quite dangerous. You see, they do 18 damage per shot. This is enough to kill people. To compare it, that's as much as a shotgun. The only downside between the flintlock and a shotgun lies in the rate of fire, so Dr. Nobiar? No, it's Dr. Dimetrodon now. Okay. So that means I'll do this like that. The rest of my folks is now off on duty, but I really like to bandage wounded folks in situations like these. Now, I want to watch what they do. Holes in my walls are not that dangerous anymore, because we have that biome under control. So I'll let my enemies decide what they do next. Looks like they start punching walls now. The Big Meowski. Let's take him down. Like, seriously. That's such a ridiculous name. And also quite ridiculous is the fact that I need to configure that manually. Oh my. That almost made the trick go bad. Alright, so I'll just go outside, back inside. We left that door open. Perfect. That's, well, we are not really in good cover, or, well, I'm not utilizing the trees properly right now because those jungle trees are just a pain to use. But we just have such a strong alpha strike that I might be even... it's not quite enough, sadly. Okay. I was hoping that we could already strike them into flight. Artery blockage. Too bad. Insomnia, caring, and intellectual. No. You are just dead. You just don't know it yet. Alright. Now, let's see. Those stronger walls really pay off in this situation now. So, the bone wall would have not lasted long enough for us to just go into position and... Well, sure, it sucks that we have lost a piece of wall, but... well, we'll fix that tomorrow. That was me not paying attention here. This is something which is really worth keeping an eye out for, because people which are high on goat juice are just so friggin' hard to take down. That's really no fun. Alright. Bye-bye, dear raiders. So, what's the loot? Biocoded revolver. Too bad. Double action revolver. Nah. I'm luckily at the point where I'm thinking about what to pick up and what not to pick up. The incendiary launcher, yeah, well, that's something I want to keep. But apart from that, we obviously didn't gather any too cool items here. But seriously, that's that went well. That went really well. The moment when I separated these guys from this flank, we basically already won. Good. Very, very good. Meanwhile, treating the wounded. And finally the rain has stopped. So we got that much food, man. Jeez. Time for a corpse bonfire. Brrr. Medieval. The downside of that of featuring that many mods that have different things which you can build, decorate with, it always gets very, very crowded and complicated at some point. Alright. We are mining again. That solarite must be a... I wonder if items made out of solarite keep their luminescence. We're going to try that. Or we're going to gather enough solarite to place it down. Can we do a nature shrine out of that? Come on! That would be so sick. Don't you agree? I like that idea. The only problem here is that here, that would be the only position where I could place it down, basically. Or wait a sec, yeah, they just got such a big radius. Smaller ones are not better at all. Well, too many man-made structures. Whoopsie. Psyche binge. My mother Meowski died. Well, she tried to kill us. What can we do? I'm sorry, Centipede. I've got no clue why every few years some relatives come to kill us. But the good news, you only have one mother, so that morale debuff is off the table. Now there's only a dead left. Maybe he's already dead, but who knows. Alright, so Dimetrodon, what are you doing right now? Consuming a lavish meal. What would Dimetrodon do? Consume a lavish meal and then fix the wall. That's what I like to see. Alright, we got that corpse bonfire and we cremate corpses on it. There we go. So Scent, how about cremating people? Maybe that gives you some sort of closure. Union of Rosbo. Well, hosting royals. 4 court allies. Silence Maker, Persona Plasma Sword. Oh my god. Woo. Me once. But honestly, I wouldn't even know where to keep these guys. I mean, apart from that, well, nah. Ish. I think we could do it. It's not that much of an effort to host 4 people, but keeping their morale above a certain level over the course of 18 days. To give you a little bit of a comparison, to win the game via the royalty conditions, I had to keep one person's morale above 35 for 15 days. Okay, we got raided during that time, and that person was a Stellarch, but to put it into proportion, this quest is not that much away from the actual end game, except for we're not being raided. But the demands on the luxury of the colony are the same, and across the time of 18 days we will get attacked. Of course, not that often like as in the end game, because it's not an end game quest after all, but you get the idea by now, I guess. So I don't know, it's quite hard, and since I'm playing on Blood and Dust, I don't dare. Even though the plasma sword would be darn cool, I gotta admit. Ooh. Man, I gotta say, these things, they look quite fancy. Anywho. Alpacas? Oh my goodness, we need to tame them. They are the ideal thing for my situation right now. Alpacas, of course. They train my animal handlers. Because you can shear them, and you can train them somehow. I mean, it has taken some time until this biome was safe enough for us to just move as we want to. But we're there now, which is awesome. And I really want to know what I'm going to do out of that solarite. Alright. We have food which spoils now happily, but that's okay. That we are not able to consume the food anyways, so I'm not ungrateful here. Instead, we got 1,400 units of pemmican, which is pretty solid. Alright, let's fast forward a bit. Very, very relieved that our situation there was going on that harmless. Alright, infested ship chunks. The good news, we don't need to do anything about that. They don't spawn anything unless you touch them. We basically might even keep them for later. If we ever get into a nasty raid situation or something similar, we can't pop these guys as we need them by shooting these ship chunks. I don't want to touch them as of now. I mean, I never tried to keep a certain distance from these things and just not touching them. Usually I'm clearing them quite quickly. But now that I think more closely about it, there's a I don't see too much reason for rushing that. It would be smarter, in my opinion, to wait until it's useful for us to use it. I was just wondering why the heck is Dimetrodon mining, but then I noticed that it's in the way for his construction job, so I don't mind at all. I know the yield is slower, and it would be better to let that mine somebody with a higher rating, but I had the mod Quality Miner once, which basically prevents situations like these happening, but I was very unhappy with the fact that from that point on, only the most skilled miner was doing that, which led me to unfinished business. A lot of unfinished business. I didn't like that. So I don't care that we're losing, I don't know, like 15 units of solarite or something like that, at least. Possibly more, but I think you know what I mean. So we can just assign the animals to the safety zone, but we need to configure that a little bit more thoroughly. So let's clear allowed zones. So it turns out the safety button is no longer a safety button, but I don't care. I can rename that anyways. So, are my animals allowed to feast from here? Yes, they are, because I got so much food, it doesn't even matter. I don't want the animals here in the workshops, though. They can enter from the warehouse side. They don't need the access here. And I don't want them here. Actually, I don't think I want my animals anywhere inside this area. There we go. Okay, I think for now... Oh, there's one more thing, which is really important. Animals are not allowed on the fields. Otherwise, they eat your harvest from the fields, and that's really bugging me. There we go, and... Wasn't there a small here? So now we can allow sowing that, and also... Kibble. Quest? Or... Mad Boomalobe, okay. So, well, that will be a short encounter. Good job, guys. So, exotic goods trader. Nice. If you had any questions why I don't like friendly fire in this game, this was a perfect example. But, by the way, pick up the Boomalope, please. Now, let's see what we can trade with these guys. Oh my god, they would be selling dinosaurs. Too bad. I love exotic goods traders. For exactly these reasons, you know. Oh, they're buying our tusks. Nice. Crossbows. Pieces of clothing. Let's sell that away. Vidar's Cleaver. Legendary. Neat. Just 12.5k. No biggie. Nanite Vial. Lithium. Shooting Book. These guys really don't feature things that I'd really like to have. The only thing I see here is the Glitworld Medicine, and that's what we're going to buy, because Glitworld Medicine is that good. But, yeah. I'm fine with that, though. Enemy now neutral. Ah, they were enemies with me because something bad happened to them while they were traveling through our base. Or our lands, I should say. Yeah. It's a dangerous jungle, what can I say? Very, very happy about the alpacas here. This is such a good start for my handlers to get something done. Oh, there's a fresh migration of spiders. Okay, gotta be careful again now. But I don't want to kill off the spiders too brutally now. Okay, we are at 10 pieces of anima grass. Cool. So I wanted to check out how high the mood bonus from the anima sapling actually is. Totally forgot that. Only 3. Okay. It's like a very small psychic pulsar. That's okay. So how much solarite does that whole operation yield so far? 175, so... Well... If I... Could it be that it's enough for a small one? It is enough for a small one. Ah, come on, we gotta do that. That's so cool. Oh, I can't build it there? Because of the terrain affordance. Oh, no. Oh, that's so sad. Anyways, we're... Well... We could be building it somewhere outside, but that's also quite dangerous, but I don't care. I want that. It's such a nice fluffy idea. I want to utilize that. I hope it glows though. I would be terribly disappointed if it wouldn't glow. So, next step. Let's create a few jackets. Come on. We are no cavemen anymore. Alrighty. I think it's time for another chopping order here. Yeah. Those trees grew a little bit much. Alright. Oh yeah, I got the desk now. Compose a graphic novel. I like that idea. So, let's see. What kind of work is that, I wonder? Composing a desk. I really want that these things are exclusively for my modern people for now. Oh, great. A feast. That's what we needed. But actually, that's what we needed, because we really got too much food. So, graphic novel, normal. A short story written by a local artist containing many handcrafted pictures. It's a recreation item, basically. Alright. That's fun. What did I unlock apart from that? Artisan and crafting station. Okay. Are they living here? Or... yeah, they do. But we need to craft hand tools before we can do that. I think hand tools came from this place. Yeah. Ah, I see. Steel and wood. Didn't I create a smelter? Yes, I did. Okay. But I wasn't able to smelter steel yet. Okay. I start remembering these problems again. So, what's wrong with you, mate? Why are you sleeping in my door? And could you please stop doing that? People. Gonna lay down and sleep in that door. I love Rimworlders. I always must imagine these things happen in reality and like something that's really happening, and somehow if I do that, Rimworld turns into a real comedy show like that. Okay, now let's create more of these nice rooms. Wait a sec. Let's not mine that away for now. Probably that, but alright. So the alpacas are in training. There's still one which we could tame if it doesn't get eaten. Alpacas are just prey animals in this area here. But I'm okay with the tribe feasting for now. I mean, it's been a pretty rough and long time for them. Much combat, much strife. And of course, there's always the point where somebody goes on an insulting spree. Alright. It's only a matter of time until they start swinging their fists. Pretty sure. Good old feast. Everybody eats as much as he can, and then somebody starts insulting. The feast has finished, and now Centipede spreads her hate over the base. Pretty sure she destroyed everybody's mood now. Let's see. -1 insults, okay. -3. She really didn't manage to do that much damage. But okay. We shot her mom. It's okay. She's allowed to be mad. But it's not like we had any big choice there. I don't know why the game is coded that way, actually. I keep wondering about the fact why the dev of this game has made that into such a big thing. Like, it happens so often that some relatives of your folks are invading you and are not stopping to kill each other, no matter... Not, you know, my people are dying from heartache about the fact that we had to kill their relatives, but on the other side, the raiders are like, my kid? Well, shoot it down, I don't give a damn. It's a very, very odd experience because, you know, I've never seen a relative stopping in his tracks because, oh, that's my daughter, we can't fight them. But my people are just going insane for another season because we had to kill their relatives.
But they don't stop either. They shoot their mom just like that.
But that's my orders.
Okay.
And the other thing I was worried about was that never ever Rimworlders hated their relatives. There's never ever the incident where finally they got what they deserved. Like, that would be at least a funny incident. Just my 5 cents about getting raided by relatives. Alright, we're creating those hand tools now because I want to try out these other benches here, the crafting station and the artisan station. But probably gonna do that in the next episode to give them a good showcasing. Because right now I would just rush them and I guess some people wouldn't be noticing them at all if they are featuring not too many interesting options, for example. I know me. Looking at you, wooden tailoring station. Anywho. Yeah, that feast didn't really decimate much. But, you know, I was wondering how we could produce kibble. Oh yeah. I know how. We're going to do kibble forever, but we won't be using meat. I'll be only using veggies because we got such an overproduction of veggie That's a very good way to get rid of the meat. The food. That's my alpaca alligator. Alright, we're at 11 patches now. Slowly making progress. Oh no, there's a door in front of the... there's a tree in front of the door. That's a classic problem. Stop it right there, Croc! Okay, there we go. Perfect. But, why is that animal not in safety zone, though? Didn't I? I mean, silly old me. Just realizing what's gone wrong there. They are actually allowed to be there. You guys don't need to stand there. Alright, so that was a very harmonious and peaceful episode today. Except for crocodiles trying to eat my alpacas and the usual jazz. Jokes aside, I feel like we did today see a very, very lucky episode. Like that first combat went really well, even though we did the Mexican standoff thing. When we just stand behind our entrenchments and... No, that's not the Mexican standoff. That would be without cover. But you get the idea. We really just stood there shooting at each other, and I was relying on me having the better cover. But I know from my experience that these strategies don't necessarily go well. I've had it so often that these things went bad for me. Anyhow, thanks for watching, friends, because this is now yet again the end of today's episode. We are making nice progress. Anima tree growing strong. It takes quite some time, and, well, I wish we could have started earlier, but we'll be getting there. So, leave a comment down below, leave me a like or a subscription if you want to support the channel or the project. I'd be more than happy. And also, I am doing regular streams during the week in the evening hours, Central European time. So, why don't give it a try? You'll find my Twitch profile in the description below. Drop it a follow and you get notified. I just hope you had a great time, and catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.